Start streaming. There we go. We are live on
YouTube.
Yuga Tuba. I never made a drink.
You didn't make a drink. Jake art? What are you talking about? Fox.
Lao joined,
Lao?
but that ain't our Lao.
Oh, it's another Lao.
It's a different Lao.
We got a Lao twin in here, if they're still here.
Now I have to look for the ping. Where is it? Where is it? Look. Okay, there. We are live. Anime drawing tutorials.
Yeah. Gummy bears for everyone. Thank you. Oh, thank
So
you for
I
the
should-
rose too. I feel like one of the things I could talk about is how to approach messy hair, and also thinking like in containers as well, like starting simple and then going complex. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad short to make with that. Meantime, I'm drawing a face. Can't stay one drop and say hi. Hey.
Oh, different setup than last night. Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
streaming from the phone last night. We were
Yeah.
doing a test. This is our usual streaming.
Our usual streaming setup. I have a quick question, Sai. You do, huh?
What kind of iPad is that? iPad Pro 13-inch
Yes.
with the Apple Pencil Pro. I hated the phone. It was so uncanny. You don't have to show up.
Yeah. You don't have to stay. You could just.
Well, you better get used to it because we're going to be streaming from the phone more often sometimes.
You're telling me that you don't like where we started, Fox?
You hate, like, our roots?
You hate our
You're
roots?
a hater.
Is that what it is, Fox? Oh, I see how it is.
Fox is a hater. We got a hater in the chat.
You are not late at all, Cybernetic. You're good. We're so back. Yep.
We are so back. Hope I'm not late. Nope, not late at all. We can't see you. That's even better. It's like mystery stuff.
It's you have to guess what our expressions are.
Mystery face reveal. Mystery box.
I remember the first time when we did actually do face cam, people were like, "What? That's what you guys look like?" And then now they're all used to what we look like.
Holly Leaf says, "OMG, she is so cute."
Oh,
Is that
thank
Miki?
you.
It's just
no,
random.
it's a random.
Oh, okay.
It's a rando. I just felt like drawing messy hair. And I started with a cute face because that's attractive, I guess.
Hey, Katsua, Holly, hello. I would like to improve my traditional drawing skills, but I'm so used to digital, I'm afraid that my lines would be wonky and weird. Do you have any tips? Push through the doubts.
Yeah, push through the doubts. It's
Because
okay for it to be wobbly.
it might be wonky and weird, but the only way past wonky and weird is doing it.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to keep the paper. You can throw it away.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd just be like, okay, I'm going to take 10 sheets of paper, fill them up to the brim, and I just plan on throwing them all away, and I'm only using them to just get used to drawing traditionally again.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's always going to be a guarantee of just like not being used to it. So don't be afraid that it's going to be wobbly. It's like it's just a sketchbook, you know.
Yep.
No, I don't, Rosie.
What's the
doing
theme
good.
today? We might be doing some video recording. We met a girl the other day who's a video editor, and she might do some editing for us. So we might record some
Content.
or teach some common stuff in order to get it turned into like content or videos or whatever.
Yeah. So that's the kind of the agenda today. But we have like some topics that we like to talk about, but I don't think we're against also doing some other topics that you guys want. But, you know.
Hello, James.
Hey, James.
Buy computer paper for practice, or better yet, steal it from your school.
Or get, you
Didn't hear it from me.
if you go to school, you know how they always send like give you guys like flyers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just use that as free paper.
Draw the heck
and you're
out of those,
good.
dude. Or use your homework.
I want to start digital art, but it's very overwhelming on where to start. Use the simplest tools and start from there. Get a brush, an eraser, and just start drawing. Fill
Yeah.
the page. That's it.
Like, I would say whenever you get started with digital, just recreate what you do traditionally.
Yeah.
Just like one layer, one brush, one eraser, and try and like just draw, fill up the page. Make like 10 different drawings using only those things, and then maybe like slowly start to expand and go, maybe I'll use 2 layers. Maybe I'll start investigating like a video that's like 10 must need to know digital art tips or something like
hacks or
that.
whatever,
Yeah, it's like 25 things you should know about drawing digitally, and it's like you just kind of go through them one by one methodically and go, oh, so that's what a clipping mask is. And then you just stop, pause the video, go mess with a clipping mask, try it, experiment with it, and then it's like try not to introduce yourself to everything all at once because it's so overwhelming. But if you just start super basic, that's what I would recommend. You don't even need anything complicated at all.
Just start off with a free program as well. Just make it like fully no risk, right? You don't have to pay for anything. You can just get very simple tools and, tips on character design, like making a character unique but not messy with too much stuff. I think find your intention of what you want your character design to be. Like write little keywords. For instance, if I want like a goth character, I don't know, I'm just doing something. Goth girl, right? She's not, but I want it to be simple with some detail. And sometimes writing that down for yourself to look at helps you with getting yourself on the right track. So then you look for, references that fit this ideal. You can say, okay, I want clean hairstyle, not very messy, right? Because you don't want messy or something like that. You don't want something that's too chaotic. And you kind of lock in to that aesthetic, for example.
Lock in.
I've been drawing all my life and wanted to move to digital. I've done my research, and honestly, I get overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, just jump in, try something simple. Like doing like overly analyzing and researching tends to get you overwhelmed. Like you could just jump in. There's no risk. You just try something. Traditional art stream. We used to do a lot of traditional art stuff, like the Miki.
Oh yeah.
Like things like this used to get done on stream all the time.
Yeah.
Like, this is traditional.
It was fun actually.
Watercolor, acrylic marker.
Do you have any tips for me to find my own art style? If you're thinking about your own art style, it's too early.
Yeah.
It's too early to think about art style.
Your art style is going to develop naturally based on your interests, what you like to draw, and who you learn from. So, like, if you want a very particular art style, study artists and how they make those decisions. Otherwise, you're going to have an art style develop. Like, it's impossible not to develop a style because you are a unique person with unique interests and inspirations and preferences, and things are going to come to you as you practice. If you like drawing a certain type of thing, you'll generally improve at that certain type of thing, and it'll influence all of what you do.
Yeah.
I think Art Brunette had a video on art style recently, and I skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I think it was really good. And he's basically just like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's you will get an art style. Like,
it's almost
it will
like
happen.
It's almost like F your art style, but not really. I mean, like, obviously people want to be unique, but sometimes I think
Ramon said?
that was F your brushstrokes.
F your brushstrokes.
We don't cuss or anything, so that's why I say F. But I think it's easy to find an artist and be like, man, I love their style. They must have just like knew what they wanted, but their art style probably changed a lot throughout the years. Like, they've drawn a lot for a lot longer. So
who, huh?
Whoever artist that you're looking at with the interesting style or whatever, they probably developed it for a long time.
Yeah, like, you can absolutely influence your art style. You can practice a particular thing. Like, I can tell you exactly how to make your art style more colorful. Use a lot of color, and eventually you'll get used to it. Like, that is how art style develops. Like, use a bunch of color, experiment, try things. Now you have a more colorful art style. Congrats. That's art style. Like, it just develops based on what you tend to draw. Like, it's like, I don't know, you develop the muscles that you exercise. So, yeah, that's how it works.
What would you say to people that struggle struggle to draw necks and shoulders? Do you mean like combining and just drawing the neck and shoulder area? Should we even worry about finding our styles while still learning the fundamentals?
It depends.
Depends. Yeah.
I had a friend who he wanted to get hired at Blizzard. His only goal was to become a character artist at Blizzard. He wanted to work on Overwatch. That is it. So yeah, he focused on it pretty early. He knew what he wanted to do, and that's the only thing he did. And then I know another guy, his name was Nicholas, and he wanted to work on League of Legends. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't care about anything else. He's working on it, by the way, now. But I knew him back when he was a student, and he only put energy into these skills that directly contributed to working on League of Legends. So he took a bunch of character design classes, he took a bunch of figure drawing classes, and he focused on developing that style. So in his case, sure, you can focus on it early. Like, you still need to learn those foundations, right? But for most people that aren't like hyper focused on a particular thing, it just doesn't really matter that much. Nicholas.
I think. Let me just try to think about how I'm going to talk about shoulders.
Bro, I'm so sick of ArtStation logging me out as soon as I log in on a different computer. It's so frustrating.
It
yeah,
is.
this is Nick's work.
Let's look. Ooh.
He does work for League of Legends now. This is his stuff.
That's really cool.
This was my final assigned task at Riot Games. Summer League of Legends, like this kind of stuff.
That is really cool.
And I knew him a long time ago, like pre-2020, because he was in FZD. He was in the school that I was in. He wasn't in my class though. And all he wanted to do was work for League of Legends ever since like he got started. So like, hey, if you know what you want to do and you know that there's a specific style, but like, you better believe this guy took a bunch of form drawing classes. You better believe that this guy can render materials. Like, you better believe like these are spheres, right? This is the center line. He understands the form of the face. He understands costume, clothing drawing. So it's like art style doesn't overpower foundation. It's just what you happen to be wanting to, do. It's like the way that you apply those fundamentals. But yeah, he knew he wanted to work for Riot for a really stinking long time, and so he pushed in that direction for a really long time and ended up working with them. He's got good work. Maybe I'll try to get him on the channel sometime as an interview.
That'd be really cool.
He worked for the goal for like, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I have no idea how long he worked for it, but he worked really hard.
Yeah. Hello, what are we doing today? We're doing tutorials, and we're also going to be farming some content for future stuff, like shorts and whatnot. So we're going to be making stuff for that too. Maybe I'll just talk about shoulders really quick, neck and shoulders. So I really urge you to not think about outlines. Like, don't think about this and all these, just trying to trace the lines like, oh, like this, because these are forms, right? This is a flat. There's nothing really happening. This is just a symbol. What you want to look for is forms, but also proportion, right? If I'm turning this figure, it's a cylinder. This thing's a cylinder, and this chest area is a box, and basically your shoulders is connecting that cylinder to the box, but also creating the shoulders as well. So if we look at this, we can think about proportions first. Right, if you want to just do something super simple, I'm going to find the nose really quick. Your head to your neck is about 2 hands tall. So basically take your head to the bottom of your nose. That's about the size of your hand. And then you basically move this length downward to find the pit of your neck. And this is where your clavicle is going to start. And then you're going to take the same hand measurement and move it one on the left, one on the right. That's the placement where you're going to place your shoulders. Here's your chest, 1 hand length down, 1 hand length down is your rib cage. And I'm just setting this up because it's not just neck and shoulders, but like the neck and shoulders connect to the body, and so you want to think a bit more holistically, right? So with your neck is going to start at around where your jawline is if you're doing like a guy, but anything wider than that, you would just basically change the body type. So here I want him to feel a little bit more average, so I'm going to place it here. And so this, I'm thinking about it like a cylinder.
Yeah, this is the stick man part.
It looks like a stick man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I never realized that this looked like a stick man.
Someone pointed out in the past and we screamed about it.
Oh my gosh, we did?
Yeah.
That's funny. It is like a big stick man. So yeah, just draw a stick man with the hand measurements and you're good. So this is the thickness of the neck. This is the pit of your neck. So it's your neck starts a little bit lower, right? It's not just this, but rather it's a cylinder going down. And then you have your pecs, and then your shoulders is basically like a transitionary point. These right here are your traps, your back muscles. And so depending on your muscle mass, you can, my iPad's tweaking now. You can make it really thick like this, or you can make it a little bit more sloped. It just depends on what body type you want. And then afterwards, your shoulder part, here's the end of your clavicle. Your shoulder part comes basically immediately right after, and this is your shoulder muscle, which is your deltoid. So it's not like wider like this, right? That's a bit too big for this body type. It just comes really soon after. It's like you want to be kind of quick about it. And then this deltoid comes into the clavicle a little bit here. And then here's your chest. And so that's basically how you can connect the neck and shoulders to like the torso in a front view. But you could also think about the whole thing in a 3/4 view. It's basically this. You stick a rib cage in, which is basically like an egg. Here's your neck. And then your trapezius. Here's your clavicle. It's like a little bicycle handles. And then your traps, which is part of your shoulders, connect like this. Dimensional drawing. Kind of look like that. And then afterwards, you got your shoulders.
Yippee.
Yippee, shoulders. Really quick version of it, but I mean, that's how I would break it down.
This is a good one. Look at this.
Oh, oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good. That is really funny.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I would say instead of trying to study anatomy, study the forms. That's so good.
I saw one with a cat's head. I think I showed it on stream. That's good stuff. Try this effect, dude. I would try it with Toby. Nothing would come out. Like poop would come out.
Yeah. So this right here, think about where your clavicle is, because that's where people are a lot of time they struggle with. They're like, I don't know where to put the shoulders. Like, should I give them like super broad shoulders like this? Or
only if you're in Roblox.
Only if you're in Roblox, or only if you're the CEO and the YN whatever meme, whatever that is. Or you know,
only if you're making the Putin walking meme.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. What is that?
I don't remember. Dun 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 dun.
Or if you want like super tiny shoulders, you still got to make sure that their clavicle is involved, or else you're going to have like non-existent shoulders whatsoever. So clavicle is really important. Well, like that's proportional, right? 1 hand length, 1 hand length. Okay, here's the transition between the neck and the traps. And then soon after, there's your shoulders. And it looks proportional. Just what I used to do was I had to just really observe how big the head should be. The head for a body should not, if you're doing something like a normal human body, should not be past the shoulders like this. It should not be too wide, like that. But it should kind of be, I kind of just use little grid lines like this. It should kind of be like this width or ratio, or a little bit thinner or a little bit thicker. It's fine. But like that's kind of like the range, right?
Is there a way to squash or stretch parts of the drawing to make them bigger or smaller if using traditional media without erasing the whole thing every time? Probably not. Not unless... Nah, I've never heard of it. Unless you're drawn with rubber or something. I don't know.
Or sculpting,
If
I
you,
guess.
If you find an answer to that, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to like do that, but it's kind of hard to do that traditionally.
Yeah.
You have to
You
erase.
could take a picture of it
I
and
mean,
warp it and print it out and draw on top of it. I don't know.
I mean, what you could do is you could technically just draw really lightly. Draw super lightly to the point where only you can see it. And then you can adjust the width or stretch it however you want, like that. Or like something super tiny.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be stretching or squashing it. That's not really the...
Oh.
They're asking, like, literally, like...
I have no clue.
No,
I've
never heard of it.
I never heard of it. I never heard of it. I'm trying to make a manga and I can't figure out backgrounds. I don't like drawing them either. Help.
Backgrounds in manga are really simple a lot of the time.
Yeah, they are.
Like, we were breaking down some backgrounds the other day of... Crap, what was it, dude?
It was Witch Hat.
Was
right?
it? No, it was Gunsmith
Yeah,
Cat.
Gunsmith Cats, yeah. You guys upload your stream somewhere? Yes,
We're on YouTube right now, live streaming as well.
Mm-hmm.
We were checking out Gunsmith Cats recently, and a lot of the time there's a very minimal background. Like, you got like the inside of a box, right? It's like you'll have a character and it'll be like, what the heck? I'm out of space.
You gotta extend the canvas.
Let's do it. You'll have a manga panel and you'll have a character in there and you will literally just see this part of a box. That's it. And here's the door. And then whatever. You'll have you'll have the character.
Just make sure they're the right scale. I think the hardest part is probably the scale.
Yeah. Right?
This is
There's your person.
Photoshop.
Like most of the time when you're drawing backgrounds in manga, you'll see like this if they're inside. You see it everywhere. Sometimes, like in Chobits, for example, they literally like most of the time don't even have a background. It's just characters on a white background, even if they're inside.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can get the feeling of something going on in the background, you're pretty much just drawing the inside of a box, right? So here's the inside of a box, at least for interiors speaking, right? Let's say our vanishing point is like here or whatever, right? A little bit. So 1 point perspective. Here's the inside of a box. There we are. This is our room.
I'll answer your question in a bit, Hame.
This is our room, all right? Got a window over here. This is not to scale. Here we go. There's a window. Here's your manga panel. Generic rectangle.
Okay.
Look how much you're going to see. You're going to see 2 lines, right? If there's a person over here standing by the window, like let's just, I don't know, put a person here by the window. Let's put a person over here coming through the doorway. Here's your background. It's a rectangle in perspective with a line.
Wait, they can't see that. There we go.
And it's a rectangle in perspective, you know? Like most of the time you see that and you're like focusing on the characters. Now there's exceptions, right? There's shots with extreme stuff, but it's like the vast minority. Like you're not making things complicated and confusing people most of the time. And you will see in most manga, this is what you see most of the time, right? Let's find a character inside.
Inside a room. Oh, wow.
Right? You see an L, like an L shape. This is like the bottom of a box. So what you can do, like for something like this, is you can draw the room first. Rectangle, 2-point perspective, maybe even 3-point perspective, right? Just draw a 3-point, maybe box, like this. Right? Maybe you got like this kind of thing, and here's the door. And you can grid this out a little bit, something simple. And then you get your little crop back. Figure out where you want it. You can even draw a stick man in here for the character, right? You know. Here's the character.
Wow.
Oh no, they're on the ground, right? And here's their feet. And they're pointing their gun up, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's someone on the roof. It's the Terminator, and they're coming through." And here's like the blade coming through the roof. Ching, ching, right? Oh my gosh. Actually, we could even make it more exciting by drawing it with like.
Oh, motion lines. Okay.
It's the Terminator, and you're laying on the ground, and pew, 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 right? And then you just frame it. Like, you drew the box, and you go, okay, this would be kind of cool. Where do I want to, like, frame this at?
And then you could even think, like, do I want this to be more of like a horizontal shot, or do I want it to be more of like a vertical shot?
Yeah, what if I even went like this?
Oh.
Like, you can start tilting the canvas using, like, a Dutch angle or whatever, and, like, you can storyboard like this, and you just drew, like, a 3-point perspective box. And here's that storyboarded shot. You've got your perspective to handle it later on. And there we go, right? Maybe there's, like, blood on the ground. They're wounded.
Hey, Pompoop and Dahlia. Oh, there's a little speech bubble. Oh, and then there could be an even closer, like a closer shot of the character's expression in the next panel. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So, like, backgrounds, a lot of the time, it's just, like, you can just frame them kind of how you want. And if we were looking in Witch Hat Atelier, and a lot of the time the backgrounds are just really, really simple, right? Like, this is pretty simple right here. It's the same concept. It's just a box.
It is just a box.
It's just a box.
Box with some details.
With some decorations on the side, with
Looks like a squatting
rectangles
toilet.
on the side of it. Kind of does look like a squatting toilet. The heck?
I never noticed that.
So it's like, I would literally just start off with the box, like the angle that
Maybe
you
it
want.
is.
Right? Look at this. Like, you know, this could kind of be considered an environment right here. It's just balls in the air.
Or
You
that,
know?
right
It's like
there.
bigger and smaller ones.
Right in here.
Yeah, like it's a ball behind her that's cropped. It looks like an environment. That could be a tree. That could be a bush. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very graphical thing. Not that it is. Like, it's some sort of... I don't even know what this is, honestly. What is that thing? Like some sort of magic gubbins
They're like
root?
magic lands, like magic pieces of land that's like balls of, I
That's
guess.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know,
Literally
backgrounds
floating
are
dirt,
like,
yeah.
you put stuff by it. You put stuff by a character or behind them and overlap them behind it. That can be an easy way to, like, approach it. It's literally floating dirt.
In the figure drawing workshop, would we be drawing from imagination or reference or both? What kind of assignments will we get as homework? You mean for the live class, right? So I would say most of it's going to be from reference, because that's kind of what you need to do to learn anatomy and figure drawing. Assignments,
For that one?
yes.
But both. I don't know. I didn't hear what you were saying. I was reading other comments.
Oh,
Would we
I
be
said-
drawing from imagination, reference, or both?
I'd say mainly from reference.
Yeah, mainly from
Mainly
reference,
from
but we would
reference.
teach you how to approach it from imagination as well.
Yeah.
We always do that.
Yeah, we always do.
But you have to break down bodies and stuff from reference first, because, like, you know, you want to study the body
Yeah.
in order to be able to draw it.
Yes. And the type of assignments, basically what we do is we make a lecture, and then we demo a lot of the stuff that you would be doing for homework. So if on, let's say, the proportions or gesture drawing class or lesson, what we would do is we teach you how to break down the body into simple volumes and proportion, and we basically give you that same homework. So you basically do it in class and you do it outside of class for homework. double the practice, right? And we'd also give you like extra principles, like here's some extra tips, here's how it basically works. And I would really highly encourage that when you're in the class, you draw along, because that's where you're going to get your notes, right? And also rewatch the recording of the class when you can. So if my demo looks like this and I show you a process, like, oh, here's how you find the process of proportions. I'm not teaching it right now, but like this is essentially an example. Or I find it like this. You know, simplify your limbs like curves, for example, and then add some volume. And then we would say, okay, your assignment is do 30 of this, starting with the same exact process.
Yeah. Art is very process driven.
Yeah.
Like your art will turn out much better when you break things into manageable bite-sized steps where you only have to pay attention to one thing at a time if possible.
Yep.
Like it'll just turn out better. It's super process driven.
It's not about how much you can remember in here, but actually doing it. So if that makes sense. So that's an example of how we assign homework.
Any reason some professionals draw with construction even after years, but some eventually stop? It's preference, and some artists train for it. Like some artists absolutely love the idea of drawing without construction, and so they train themselves to be able to do it better, like a Kim Jung-gi or something, right? But a lot of comic artists, like they'll storyboard, and then they'll do a rough sketch, and then they'll polish it. It just depends on like what you want to do, but you can train yourself to be able to draw without construction pretty well. A lot of artists don't bother because they don't really need to or care that much. Some people, it's like their main goal is like, I just want to be able to draw straight up from imagination with no construction.
And that's and that's the goal. That's what you do. That's what you train for. But not every artist necessarily should do that. You know,
It just depends on what you want to do. It's more of a party trick.
Yeah.
Like in the real working world, people rarely draw without construction just because a lot of stuff is like if you're drawing a manga panel, for example, you want to make sure you're happy with it before you invest a large of time into it. And it's a time-saving thing. Like sketches a lot of the time, which doubles as construction, by the way, saves time. Because like a sketch goes really, really, really fast. And if you don't like it, why waste hours on a drawing when you're not super happy with it? Like if you're trying to tell a story, you're going to try to figure out the fastest way to get there. If you're working in illustration, like you're not going to finish the illustration before you even get approval. Like if you're working in concept art, all the concepts, you have like a really rough sketch phase, or maybe not super rough, but like a sketch phase. And it's just because you don't want to waste the client's money.
Yeah.
There's a separate skill. A bit. But like construction is useful in most cases. Good evening. I really enjoy the sketches by Sid Mead and Scott Robertson. Yeah, Sid Mead was a legend. Good. And Scott Robertson's really good. Scott Robertson like constructs a lot. Of course, he uses shorthand. I never had Scott Robertson personally as a teacher, but I've had students of his as teachers.
If you want to draw legs, I'd say start with tubes. Start with an underwear form for the pelvis. Show your direction, and then you basically just put a tube right afterwards. This is like the tube, or the hole for the tube.
Yeah. Mert says, I love you so much and your energy. You make me want to draw again and fail until I succeed one day. It's so hard, but I swear people like you helps motivate beginner artists. Awesome. That's why we're here.
Thank you.
You know, we're glad to hear that.
That is so sweet. I can't believe I looked past that comment. That's so sweet. It.
Wanted to check out Gunsmith Cats. Nice, Sasuke's.
Seriously, got another bug bite?
If someone trained or learned without construction lines, would they be able to follow along the figure drawing workshop? For example, starting from silhouette. I find it harder to do the construction. Starting from silhouette is more of a design exercise or like a tool to help explore interesting shapes. Like it's more of a thing. It's more of a tool in the toolbox that professionals pull out when they want to explore shapes without having to commit and think too much about the form. It's used a lot in concept art, and rarely do pure silhouettes get turned in for anything. Like silhouette work is more of like an exploratory process just for the artist.
Yeah.
Like I don't think in all my years of doing concept art I have ever seen silhouettes get turned in. Like, that's the design, because there's just not enough information in a silhouette. You don't get any form. You get really nice outside information and design. Like, a silhouette needs to look good. But, like, you're going to need to learn the construction for sure.
Yeah. Like, you can't really go without it.
Yeah,
because
you're going to want to get to the point where you can work forwards and backwards and forwards. So, like, if you can only start with a silhouette, it's not very robust.
Yeah, because
process.
Silhouette is also reliant on construction.
Yeah.
Like, you would have to know how to find the forms within it, which basically means you still need to construct it anyways, right?
Hey, ouchies.
Hey,
when
ouchie.
do you start live again? Generally 4 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
7 Eastern. Pretty much every time we go live. We did a secret stream last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty late, but other than that, not too much.
If you want to draw legs, start with simple cylinders, and then you basically modify those cylinders. So if this looks really sterile, it's because it is, right? Anytime that you are drawing legs, you're also keep in mind of the thick to thin pattern. Thick, thin, thick, thin. And so when you're drawing that from reference, of course, you're also thinking thick, thin, thick, thin. And then you basically modify. But you have to start with some form of simple form to get started. So if I want to draw a leg from the side view, and I'm looking at this here, oh, I see like specific form changes. I'm not going to worry about the anatomy. I'm just going to worry about the form. I see this curve coming out a little bit, and then it goes back in. And I see this one going back in, but it's still basically like a modified cylinder. And then I see the kneecap, right? So it's basically another tube. It's just a bunch of tubes, really. And then, oh, I'm going to modify this cylinder so that this curve comes out. And this goes in. And then this goes out. Kind of looks like a horse leg, but that's just because comparative anatomy is pretty common. Like, you'll notice certain similar things to other creatures and humans and their anatomy and their structure. And then your feet. You're just blending this form onto a wedge. And here's a leg. Same thing here. Thick, thin, or up and then down, and then curve in. So find the rhythms, and then you're basically turning those rhythms into cylinders. Out, in, straight. There's legs.
You mean silhouette, then filling the inside? You mean starting with the silhouette as in, like, you're looking at a reference and you're measuring proportions and starting with it, like, the envelope? Like, I think, what is that called exactly? Like, kind of like enveloping it?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like feeling like a big shape like this?
Yeah, like you put the pose inside of a shape and then
you, like, kind of draw the head and the pose within this shape?
yeah, like that sort of thing. Like, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, that is pretty standard.
In measuring poses and stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call that silhouette if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah. When we think silhouette, we literally think like you're breaking down, or you're not breaking down, you're like simplifying the pose into like this massive blob.
Yeah, like silhouette
Like
is useful. Like, it's a tool that's definitely used in figures. And we
Yeah.
do talk about utilizing it to find your proportions and measure positive and negative space and stuff. Like, that's pretty standard, and that's pretty standard if that's what you mean by silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
How exactly do you simplify eyes? A lot of different ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to simplify them. What's the essence of the eyes? Like, what do you want to show? Some people just simplify them with just specific shapes. Like, as long as you can capture upper eyelid, upper and lower eyelids, upper and lower lids, the iris, and all that stuff, and the eyeball, you're kind of good, right? And I don't necessarily know what you mean by simplify. Like, do you mean how to think about eyes in a simple way?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because if you have, like, you can simplify an eye just by with a few curves. Here, upper lid, lower lid, iris. Very simple, right? Or I've seen, like in Dragon Ball, for example, they just have this curve. But they all have those elements, which is just the upper and lower lid, the iris, and the eyeball, and like the direction of the eye. But it's not just this. They're also thinking in terms of how it's wrapping around a sphere. Right? You want to make sure that you're guiding your eyelids around. Or else it will look kind of fake and look weird. Dragon Ball 1 is accurate? It's because I've drawn a few Dragon Ball characters with those eyes.
When practicing perspective, how do you draw things other than boxes using the guide? The guide? Do you mean
Perspective grid.
Do you mean a grid? You'd modify. It's like you get good at drawing primitive forms, right? You go and learn how to draw boxes, cylinders, cones, spheres. What else? Prisms. And you take these and you modify them. For example, Benji was working on a hat the other day, right? And so we could just literally just start with half a dome, right? Half of a dome, like this. And we can go, we're going to draw a plane right here. But the hat doesn't really look like this, right? So we're going to come up, back here. And then we're going to go over this. And then we're going to carve this corner. And we're going to do the same thing with the other corner. So we could go like that. And then we're going to draw around, maybe more like that. Like a hat. And there's different kind of hats, of course, right? And like this could be flat, it could be whatever. You could draw a hat that's like cylinder and a larger cylinder,
like a top hat,
around it. And then this cylinder has a wrap, come on, like this, like a top hat. And you could essentially draw that from any angle, right? Like maybe we draw it from this angle, and we can draw this. We'll use draw through. Something like that. This is kind of a bad cylinder. There we go. Right? It's like dimensional drawing. And yeah, the grid. So my grid is right here. Right? Like I'm just using the box as the grid. So instead of straight up using a grid, I'm using the box as the grid. But so for example, right, if I draw like a quick grid, I would just start with like my X, Y, and Z axis like this, and this would be my grid.
It's not a star, by the way.
I could go like this. Like this is what I see in my head. This is my perspective grid, right? So if I draw a box on this, I would be following these perspective lines. Like that. I didn't really follow them accurately, did I? Like that. So that's the grid, right? They're just a reference point for the direction that my lines are going to go. I can erase it a little bit less. So if I draw a hat on this, I could go, here's my minor axis. I draw ellipse around this. Here's a cross section of this circle. Here's the part that goes up. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a witch hat or something, right? So we'll come up. And we'll come out. And maybe we'll do like this. So this is going back, right? It's like coming up, it's going back, it's coming back like this, it's coming back like that, or it could go like in this direction, going that way, and then maybe it bends back towards us. So I'm like thinking in 3D, and then we go come out. I don't really know what a witch hat looks like exactly.
It's just draw like a top hat, the bottom of a top hat, I guess. Like that's fine.
Right? And then I could go, well, I don't want this exactly like that. So I go, ooh.
Ooh.
Right? Like I'm taking this and I'm pulling it upwards. And so like I literally take my hand and I take the hat and I go like this, right? But just to a part of it. So I'll maybe make like a smooth transition. If I wanted to do that over here, I take this part, I pull it up, and I go like that. And you'd see the form of this.
So learn how to construct the shapes, then use the shapes following the perspective grid?
I wouldn't say it's like a this then that so much. It's like you can kind of do them both. So it's like I always say on stream, right? Draw a lot of stuff in 1, 2, and 3 point perspective. Where the heck are those? Maybe they're not even in this page, are they? Do a lot of this. This is just basic 1 point. Do like 51 point with like 10 boxes each. 500 boxes total. So you go, I'm drawing a rectangle and I'm connecting all of the sides to that rectangle. The point is you want to get so used to this that you don't even really have to think about it that much, because now you need to think about other stuff. If you have to think about the box, your brain is not free to think about other stuff like the hat or the cylinder or the design or the direction of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you want to get so used to doing this.
Basically to the point where you're so bored.
Yeah, exactly. And so like 2 point perspective, right? It's just like, here's that same grid, except it's 2 vanishing points. And so here's my 2 point grid that I drew earlier. Well, I technically probably drew like a 3 point grid earlier, right? But it's like, where's that witch hat? The witch hat is like, you know, here. Like this kind of thing. And then I go, whoop, pull it up.
You?
Pull it up. You know what I mean? Like you draw so many boxes that, and then you practice modifying those forms. Like you draw a bunch of cylinders in 2 point perspective. You draw a bunch of boxes in 2 point perspective. You draw a bunch of cones in 2 point perspective, right? Like if I want to draw a cylinder in this 1 point perspective, it's like, okay, here's my minor axis. This goes back to there. And you draw them so much. And this is like the technical part. And then there's an intuitive part where you just practice drawing a bunch of them like freehand without a guide. Right? You go
Which
cylinder.
can be a little bit hard.
Yeah. You do pages and pages and pages of these. And it's like, how do you know if they're right? Well, you pair it with this. And you just have to practice it a lot. Like, you end up getting better at it eventually, and you're just like, okay, maybe this one's, like, going back in space like this. And so you can connect them.
Ooh.
Like this, and you're keeping track of where these objects are going in 3-dimensional space, right? Like, here's this. It's coming out.
You know,
now it's going back in 3D space. So it's like you develop a sense for it when you practice this a bunch and over and over and over and over and over. And I would recommend, you know, getting critiques from people who know what they're doing, or signing up for like a mentorship or a class where you get critiques. It really helps. Mm-hmm. But like that is the process. And there's a bunch of exercises that help build this. Like this is one of the exercises. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, what helped me find boxes and cylinders was actually trying to find them in like bodies. Like when I was doing a bunch of figure studies, I would look for certain cylinders. I would look for like, okay, what cylinder is this arm turning? And I would actually find like the rotation or the certain like form lines. I'm like, oh, so it's this kind of cylinder. And if like the arm is going in this direction, like what's the cylinder for the forearm? And so that, you know, you can also try to find specific shapes or specific forms and their angles, even in just looking at real life and drawing from real life. Katsuo says, I'm hitting these lines really good today. I'm actually having fun drawing.
That's
awesome.
great. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
And
keep that feeling.
whatever comes after that is actually quite the easy part, which is like,
ooh, that's the fun part.
right? This is the part that everybody loves. They go, oh my gosh, it's so detailed.
The shading.
But you know in your head, all you actually did was
and they'll be like,
put dots on it and crap.
How did you like do it like that? You know.
And you go,
oh, half lock fold.
yeah, you could make like a little half lock or something where it kind of like squishes out and comes
fold.
over and does like that. And people are like, oh my gosh, dude.
How do they draw it like that?
But like the underlying construction is the difficult part. Like the underlying form of this is like the hard part, right? And then it's like turning it into something is generally the easy part, or like making it detailed is the easy part, because it's like you're just decorating a house that's built correctly now. That's it. Like you're just building a house. And then once you have the house built, everybody's favorite part is to decorate the house.
Yeah.
So it's like once this house is built, you decorate it. And you put all kinds of stuff on it, right? You can put like, oh, she's got like, I don't know, buttons and stuff on her hat.
Like
maybe she's
pins.
like, I don't know, she's got like a little pin that has like this thing on it, like no something. Right? And she's got like a ribbon on it or something, like maybe she's got like a ribbon like wrapped around the hat, right? So it's like coming around and going around and wrapping down like there or whatever, and you get, it comes up like, ooh, like that, ooh.
And if all of this is helpful, we have an online school that we cover a lot of this stuff and way more in a more like organized and in a more organized way. That's like a school. So if you want to check it out, it is our anime art school program.
Yeah, I do teach this stuff in my dimensional drawing class.
You can find it on our bio. It is the yellow button. Boxes giving PTSD after the draw box 250 challenge. 250?
I would say
not
do like
a lot. Do 1,000.
Do more.
Do more.
I mean, 250 is a good start.
It is a good start.
Like definitely, you know. I think a lot of people would do like 250 in like a day. I mean, I probably drew 100 boxes just today.
Yeah.
Just by teaching. But yeah, like you're literally doing thousands and thousands and thousands of boxes,
and
like in order to get to that point. But like 250 is good. It's a good start. Like certainly better than none. Certainly better than 249. You know. Like just do a ton of them. Because, like, oh, my gosh, dude. Like, back when I was in school, we would have to do... What was it? We had an A3 piece of paper. This was, like, one class. This was homework, right? And we had to make 9 scenes. It was like this.
Do you give critiques on the website?
Oh, we have mentorship.
We have mentorships.
That you can sign up for. And if you're interested, you can inquire about that. So we had A3 paper... And we had to do 5 pages. And then each of these 5 pages. And each of these was either a 1 point. This was like 5 pages on 1 week. It was like 1 point. And each of these scenes had to have like 10 boxes each. So it was like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Like 90 boxes times 5 pages. So that was, I don't remember how many
times
boxes
5.
90 times 5, 400 or something, 450. Right, and this was one class. This was, I don't remember what day of the week we had. This was perspective class, but the funny thing is, on a different day of the week, we actually also had
more perspective.
Viscom, which was a second perspective class, and Viscom was a Feng's class. Feng Zhu was teaching that class, and so he would have us, you know, do this. Like we would start with like a box in perspective.
I want to answer this one more question. So. Another way that we can give critiques is if you join our live class. So we have a live class coming up in February. It is on drawing bodies and anatomy, and we do give critiques. So you can also check that out if you want. But the paid, but the Anime Art School does not come with feedback. But what you can do is if you do have the Anime Art School program and you are stuck on something and you come up to us on stream and ask a question about something that you're like struggling with, we can definitely answer that too.
Like this, right? You like subdivide it backwards.
Subdividing.
And you measure it. It is this whole thing, but we had a couple perspective classes. And don't even get me started on Eric's class.
Oh boy.
Eric Ing and Art Center. If Toby comes by the stream, he can tell you all about that. Christine and I both took that class. But it's just a sheer repetition that it's going to make you be able to do it. Just so much repetition.
Maybe one of the classes that you can make is perspective boot camp.
Are boxes really the key? I wouldn't say boxes particularly. I would say dimensional drawing. Like, boxes are just one of those forms. They happen to be like the easiest. Some people think cylinders are the easiest. Boxes are just one of the easiest, and it's because it's such a modifiable form. Like, you can take this and you can carve it and turn it into something else entirely very easily,
Turn it
right?
into a car.
Yeah, you can turn it into a car. You can put something on it, like coming out of it. Like, it's not that boxes are like the key. It's just
It's a building block.
it is a building block, literally. You know, like, no pun intended. It is a building block that allows you to do so much more. And so if you wanted to just be like, okay,
Is there a PDF with all the boxes in different angles that we can use as reference?
no, but you can practice Krenz cubes. Those are pretty helpful.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Like, yeah, Krenz cubes. You can look it up. I usually just chuck it anywhere, right?
We have a video on Krenz cubes, I think.
K-R-E-N-Z
Or a stream on it.
Cubes. Yeah, like, this is one way to practice boxes. And Krenz cubes kind of looks like... What the heck? Oh, there's yesterday's demo. Oh, this is the thing I did when you all couldn't see it yesterday. I did like a little study of which Atelier.
It literally looks like the panel. That's crazy.
Where is it? Here we go. Group off, new layer. Krenz cubes is like drawing boxes from a bunch of different angles, and you start with like, I'm gonna draw this really rough because I don't feel like spending a long time on this.
If you want to watch like all this stuff, so go back to my screen real quick. If you just look up Krenz cubes, Draw Anime Academy,
Yes.
there's a stream about it.
You can go check that out. We talk about it a lot on there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But yeah, like, this is one method that Krenz Kushart like developed in order to get good at drawing and rotating boxes, and it's essentially a full rotation of a box where you draw it at an angle. So we got, you know, it kind of looks like this. And then this one is like, you would do this manually, but I'm just showing you kind of what it looks like.
What it would look like if you do that all manually. How do I know if I'm rotating boxes correctly in perspective?
There's ways to like figure it out kind of mathematically, but I think the Krenz cubes are really good for that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you start with a grid, like a 4x4 grid. So, like, you know, this isn't really a perfect square. It's kind of more like that. You start with a grid, half, 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 and then you take this. Let's just save this over here. And then you go, here's the front, right? That would be the front of the box. And if you rotate it, you move to this. You're going to rotate it 25%. So the edge of the box would be here. And now this depends on your camera lens. Like, it depends on your camera lens because there will be different convergence for different, for the sides of the box if you're in like a wide angle versus like a longer lens. So we focus on the ratio between the sides. Here's like a box that's rotated 22.5 degrees. Why is it 22.5? Because that's half of 45. All right. So 22.5. We've got 45 degrees. We put our edge right here and we go
Boop.
boop. So we're seeing 50% of the front and 50% of the side. Right? 45 degrees, 22.5 degrees. We can have 67.5 degrees, which is the funny number of the this day and age.
Yep.
Which is it is the funny number. Which is
It's
this.
basically just the other box, the first box, but
It's
flipped.
the first box flipped, yes.
So a lot of these boxes, you're only basically drawing 5 or 6 types of boxes.
Yeah, right? There's that one. And this is simply an exercise that can help, right? 67.5 degrees, and then it flips to the side. And these are quarter turns. You can increment them in 10 degree, you can increment them in whatever, and then you start to fill in these ones. And these ones are where you're like rotating in multiple directions. So it kind of looks more like this. Like that, right? Or
like a blend. Like you mix those two together.
Yeah, it's kind of like that sort of thing. Like rotates down. Maybe not quite like that. Kind of like this. Right? And then this one is like you see 25% of the top, but you see 50% of the side and the front. So it looks like this. And then this one is like you see 25% of the top, but you see 3/4 of this side and only 25% of that side. And so like this is just an exercise that people do, and they fill up this whole entire grid all the way from this side to this side to this side. It's like 81 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 81 total boxes, and they'll do it literally like 20 times. So whatever 81 times 20 is, they'll do that. And that's like how some people get better at drawing boxes. Not everybody. You don't have to do this. It is a good exercise though. And then they'll start putting crap in it. Like they'll put like a cylinder in. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, this one is just going to have a circle in it. This one, it's going to be like this. Right? This one is just going to be like the top of the cylinder. This one, you're going to see a little bit of this side.
Ooh.
And it's going to come down.
22.5-degree ellipse. You just made it so much easier to understand. Thank you so much.
Right, this one's not going to be probably any different. Like, again, 81 times 20, or 81 boxes sounds like a lot, but, like, trust me, you're just drawing the same box at different angles most of the time. Like, this box, this one, and this one are all the same box, just flipped, like, different directions. Like, and if you're curious about how this fits into 1, 2, and 3-point perspective, this is a vanishing point.
That's a vanishing point. Oh.
This is a vanishing point. 2-point perspective. Like that. All right. And then it's the same thing on this side. You have 2-point perspective on the left as well. Like that. So that's 2-point perspective. And if you were to draw this in like a fisheye lens, so this is X, this is right X, this is left X, and this is Z. And so this box is directly in front of you, and this one is directly to your right. And you can actually draw this in like a fisheye lens as well. And
this is juicy.
Yeah, this is the juicy stuff. It'll go like this. Here's your top, your bottom, your left and right, and your grid lines would go right like this. Crap. This one's too far. Your grid lines would go like this. Wobbly line simulator.
Colton in his natural habitat. Perspective.
Yeah, and this is fisheye perspective, and so a circle would go around this, and this is a 180-degree cone of vision. Zoop, zoop, zoop. And it'd be the same thing, right? And then this is Z in the middle, so you'd have vanishing points coming out of here, out of there, out of there, and that would be a fisheye lens. And so what would boxes look like on this? The same thing, except
your verticals are a bit more curved.
Yeah, they'd be like curved like that instead. So this thing, all these boxes would get applied to this, and it's basically looking left, right, up, and down, right? Z, X, X, top Y, bottom Y, and then there's a whole rabbit hole with this as well that we've talked about on previous streams, but like pretty important. Like, boxes are kind of that simple, like the simplest, or no, boxes are the lowest common denominator of most objects. Like, these primitive forms right here are sort of your lowest common denominator. Like, you can simplify most things down into these or close to them. And so they're just really helpful. It's like your alphabet, sort of. Like that sort of thing. Hey, Misaki.
Misaki.
I think you have a video you covered on, you covered on all the time on stream. Like, yeah, I do have a video on it. People draw 250 a day. Yeah, I mean, I just probably drew like 50 of them in like the last 10 minutes. I'm telling you, boxes do not take a long time to do. Like, maybe in the very beginning they take a long time to do, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in like a 2-minute exercise, or not 2 minutes, maybe like, 5-minute exercise. So like you eventually get faster at them. You wouldn't do 12 in a very quick time initially, but you would get to the point where you're doing way faster and way more accurate. So it's not like that crazy. And I wouldn't even focus on like the speed so much. I would focus on trying to get a handle on what you're doing, and that's like the intuitive part. And like I said, you would definitely want to do a lot of this kind of stuff. Like, I think you should do both. Do a whole bunch of the technical part where you're pulling out from your vanishing points in 1, 2, 3 point perspective over and over and over and over and over and over, and then also practice your Krenz cubes. And I like pretending to throw sheets of paper on the ground, and
I like that.
yeah, like, I think it's really important to learn both intuitive and technical perspective, because eventually they kind of come back around and hold hands with each other.
Was this all today's stream? No.
This is like the last couple of streams.
Yeah.
I did like a little sketch the other day of like background stuff, and this is like from quite a while ago. But yeah.
Very nice. I feel like a good short would be like perspective exercises that you need to draw right now.
Yeah, it would be pretty fun.
And it's just those
What?
Go back to your perspective boxes. The one that you were previously on, not this one. Yeah, that one. Like those bendy boxes like that, and then the rotating one.
Oh, you mean like this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those.
I think that would be good to record. And the sheet of paper.
The paper, throwing paper on the ground.
Yeah.
The bully method.
The bully method. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's funny.
I heart boxes. Good.
Yes. Hey, Misaki. Drawing shapes today. Everything is shapes. When do you not draw with shapes, to be honest?
Yeah. I mean, even when you draw human body, it's all boxes too.
Yeah. The only thing you can make with a pencil is a shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, the box challenge, you need to check each box in the correct perspective. I would hope so, or else you wouldn't get any practice from it.
Yeah.
It does take a long time. Like, getting good at stuff takes a long time. But like, I would certainly hope so. Man, I remember the ruthless critiques. Eric and we had Sue in FZD, and he was the perspective teacher. And then Fang taught Viscom, which was also perspective, but it focused more on like object drawing and form modification. Honestly, pretty smart how they did it. Because we had one class where it was just like drawing tons and tons and tons and tons of boxes. And then we had a second class where we were actually taking and modifying them and changing them into different things. So it's smart to have both those classes at the same time that kind of progress simultaneously.
Yeah. Is it true that knowing the basics of perspective makes learning anatomy a lot easier? I will tell you from personal experience, taking both a perspective class and a figure drawing class, that they definitely go hand in hand. Like, once I saw, I remember having this epiphany where I remember drawing a figure in the figure drawing class, and I was like, oh my gosh, I see the box. I see the corner of the box in the body. Like, oh, and I see what angle it's in. And I wouldn't have been able to see it if I didn't know the basics of perspective. And so it really does go hand in hand, because everything is form drawing.
Yeah, I mean, form drawing is like that most foundational underlying skill that everything else lays on top of.
Mm-hmm.
Form drawing is the house.
Yep.
Like, it's the foundation. It's the concrete in the ground. It's the beams. It's the bricks. It's all of those foundational things that everything sits on top of.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting sits on top of form. Like, you can't light something if there's nothing to light. It's got to be a three-dimensional object because shapes, colors, they're all created by light interacting with three-dimensional objects. Like, if there's no object, it's just the room that Squidward was in when he was alone. Like, there's
it's
just
the
nothing.
Blank room. Alone.
Alone. Like, if there's no objects, there's no shapes because shapes are created by light hitting form. I mean, if you're doing like a line work, you're kind of cheating it a little bit because you're not really using light. You're using like edge indication, but that's still form. Mm-hmm. You're indicating the edges of form.
You can't escape it.
It's just, yeah, you can't escape form. You wouldn't want to. Like, you wouldn't need to escape form. Alone.
Was he like super happy to see SpongeBob afterwards?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Can you show the straight against curve way of making limbs for better design? That's an interesting question. There are a lot of alternating between straight and curve, like straight versus curve lines. Actually, in our book number 2, we talk about that. Ooh. Let me find it.
Wait. Here
it is. Curved and straight lines. Sometimes you can simplify limbs with curved. So there's going to be like an area that's more curvy and an area that's more straight. And that's just one way to simplify it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, this is just showing how you can make the eye travel faster. So generally, this straight lines causes stability, but it also makes the eye go like this kind of the psychological speed. But when you have like curves, it's a little bit slower. So people take time to look at this, but not as much on this.
And if you've studied design, this is the principle of simple and complex, also known as bend and stretch. If you've ever studied animation, it's the same concept.
Yep.
It's a simple side versus a complex, or it's a simplicity versus a complexity, which is like extremely prominent in all design.
Yeah. Like this torso, for example, here's my curve, here's a straight. Quote unquote straight. I mean, this is still a curved line, but it's like straighter than this one. And so your eye kind of feels very comfortable when you're looking at this. Mm-hmm. When you're drawing arms, you can show curve by maybe accentuating one side with curves. Like, okay, here's my deltoid, here's my bicep. But then the rest is simple on the other side. Right? Instead of making a lumpy drawing, you're like, I'm just going to do one side complex, one side simple.
Not to brag, but I can draw the sphere from 1,000 angles. I like your thinking.
Yep.
You're gonna make a great artist because that sort of simplification. That's the route. That's the good route.
This is our second book, Anime Academy: How to Draw Characters. We teach you how to design characters and also poses and expressions and body types and clothing. Mm-hmm. How to do line art to get better at it? I do traditional, but digital, it looks buns. Is that a new word nowadays?
Buns? I've heard that before.
Oh, okay. I never heard of it. I'm so like out of touch with
boomer.
This kind of, yeah, I'm very boomer at this point. It's because I don't have TikTok. You have TikTok.
So I don't know. I don't know if I even saw it on TikTok. I might have seen it like the Discord server or something.
Probably. I feel like buns sounds like a good thing because I mean like I think
that's buns, dude.
That sounds good. That sounds a good thing. I think study a bunch of people that you like their line art of, for one. But two, as you keep drawing, your line art and your what's it called? Your confidence is going to get better. Have some stabilization, not too much. I think when your lines start looking like, I don't know, like it's kind of following you really slowly. This is not a really good example. One second. Let me try to find the stabilization. If your stabilization is like extremely high, you'll start seeing this happening. Like it's like following you. And even though, if your lines are super shaky, this might feel attractive to you because you're like, oh my gosh, all my lines will be perfect. But it's impossible to draw like this. You'll notice because if I'm like drawing a sketch, it's not.
It's hard to draw like
it's
that.
hard to draw like that.
I
So,
wouldn't say it's impossible.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I'm gonna
It's
try drawing. I
Probably
I'll try.
not worth the effort.
see. Look, I cannot even draw a head the way I want it to because of this.
I do see people do that sometimes.
And I'm like, please just lower the stabilization. Okay. So I know it's very tempting to put it really high, but put it like to the point where it feels comfortable enough to get not super shaky lines. Like this feels smooth enough for me.
Dude, it's like drawing with your pencil attached to the end of a string. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Ooh. Oh, what's that? What's that meme about the making the brush?
oh, the.
Yeah, the
I love that.
It's so good. It is so good. So as you continue drawing, you'll get more confident. You'll get more confident lines. That's one part. But another part is designing your lines, which is like, do I want to express my lines using thick lines and then thin? And maybe a little bit of hatching towards the end? Right? That's design. Or do I want it to be completely the same size all around? That's completely up to you. Because I don't know what style of line art you want to do. But I would say study a bunch of people that you like their line art of and study their drawing and basically try to find where they like to put their dark lines and where to put their light lines and stuff like that. What is line art? It's kind of hard to answer because line art can be used in so many different ways.
It's a drawing that uses line.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would, if I were to try to define it, it probably wouldn't be the best definition. But, like, you know, a drawing that uses line as its vehicle of communication. I don't know.
Well, like,
something like that. It uses line, right?
It just uses line, and the line is like a feature. So you can have line work that is just a holding line. Let me see here. Okay, holding lines. Or you can emphasize your line work. Like the line art is the focus. Especially if you have like a monochromatic piece and you just want to show the line art and you want to like show the design, and you want to show the hatching, right? So line art,
like a drawing uses line.
Yeah, drawing that uses line.
Like, are you looking for the definition, or because like is it you use line?
Yeah, you just use line.
You use line to make a drawing.
Like I'll show you real quick. Where is that
literally
drawing?
the drawing you made with the messy hair?
Oh yeah, exactly, like that. It's just this.
Like that would be a line art.
That'd be a line art.
Bum, 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 bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum.
You're struggling with head angles that are really up, downwards, and upwards. We have a reference model for you. What kind of head are you trying to draw?
Yes. There we go. Here's extreme up.
Yep.
That's super simple.
Surprise.
Actually, surprise. It's actually not. It's not
It's
that
a
hard.
curve.
Yeah, it's a curve. Everything's a curve. A curve with a nose in the middle and
Yeah.
some ears.
Or if you want to go like mostly up.
Yeah, mostly up.
Remember, the brow ridge sticks out, the nose sticks out, and then extreme down.
I would say that's
Surprise.
even easier.
It's gonna be the same, similar, right?
Yeah.
Like that. You can take screenshots of that if you want.
And just copy it.
Zoop. But again, it depends on what head you're trying to draw, because different heads will have different forms, and different forms will look different from different angles.
Yeah. What pencil do you use? This is an Apple Pencil Pro. But if you're talking about the brush that I'm using, you can get it on our website.
Tilted to 3/4. Like this?
Oh. There you go.
And we can also do like 3/4 up.
Well, that's when the Krenz cubes will come in handy.
Yeah.
My art always seems to have the same line weight. When do we know when to give our different line weights, please and thank you?
Do you know when to give our art different line weights? It depends on what you want to pull people's attention to. People will pay attention to bold, thick lines, and people will not pay as much attention to thin
Wispy lines.
Like, it's all a game of attention, right?
Yeah.
It's like TikTok. It's like social media. You use certain things to draw people's attention to areas you want them to focus on, and you can play with it. You go, I want people to focus on the eyes, or I want people to focus on the hair, or I want people to focus on whatever. And so you can decide on different focal points around your drawing, and you give those the line weight or the contrast, right? Because it's all art is contrast. Like the only reason you can see something is because there's one contrast against another, like dark against light, light against dark, square against circle. Like if there was no contrast, it would just be, you know,
like how much white space do you want, or
flat
how much
color or
like
something.
yeah, how much darks.
So it's you. Like, where do you know? When do we know when to give our art different line weights? That's like
completely.
that's what determines your style. Like,
Yeah.
where do you want people to look?
I would.
You want them to
say-
look at the eye. You want them to look at, and it doesn't mean like one place in your entire drawing has a thick line weight and all the rest has thin. You could do that.
It's like maybe the majority. Like let's say the majority of your darks can be around the face, and then it kind of trails off from there. Maybe it's like a radial, kind of pattern where it's kind of yeah.
You could use line weight to emphasize ambient occlusion.
Yeah.
Or to emphasize a shadow.
Yeah.
And one of my 1,000 heads challenge, I did a bit of that a while
Actually,
back.
let's look at some manga books for that.
Yeah.
Because they
Which
would
one
have,
do you want?
I don't care which one. Just
Let's
choose a
get
random one.
Girl Crush.
Girl Crush. Okay.
Like, let's see where they add line weight.
Ooh, that's so cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's a good spot. Okay, let's do this one. This one's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where they put their line weight. They like to put line weight kind of on the outside, but also where things are touching. Like when things are joining together, like the nail to the nail bed and to the finger, there's like a dark spot. There's a large dark spot in the hair. That's where they decided to fill everything in.
Yeah.
Same thing with the necktie. All these joints on the, I'll notice a lot of these are going to be thick on the outside, but like it's only a tiny bit. And then the rest is a little bit is on the thinner side so it's not to take away the attention.
Some people have rules where they're just like all outside lines are thicker, all inside details are thinner.
Yeah.
Like that can definitely work as well. Like you'll notice like the separation of the knuckles right here. Thin line.
Yep.
As opposed to thick line on the outside like that. A lot of people will use a different size brush for the inside lines that are detail focused, and then a larger brush or darker brush on the outside lines, and then they'll come in and fill in some areas, maybe like a shadow or something like that.
Yeah. Let me think.
How can you earn some money, not like main income, but more like side hustle with art while there are so many artists doing that? And for commissions, how can we attract clients and do the project with us? I mean, that would go into business. That would be less about art and more about sales and business. Like, are you good at it? And funny enough, it's like it's actually similar to art because it's about like grabbing people's attention and holding it. So like you're doing the same thing with a drawing. Like you're capturing people's attention and entertaining them.
In an artwork.
Yeah. So like, I mean, obviously being good helps a lot.
But
People
also-
will recognize when you have good stuff, but like, you know,
Just being
it's all
charismatic,
sales.
I guess.
It's all sales. Yeah. Like, are you likable? Are you approachable? Is it easy to talk to you? Are you easy to get in contact with? Make it as easy as possible for them to commission you.
Are you reliable? Do you get back to them fast?
Posting consistently so people have stuff to look at, like creating consistent content over a long period of time. That kind of stuff. It's all like the it would go into the like the psychology of like business and sales rather than art. Art would be a factor for sure, but you would do really well because of the sales and business side.
I'll do a cute little speech bubble.
Which I don't really teach that much. Are people still going to artists for commissions even in these days? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of it in even just our community itself.
Boop. Yeah. I think people really do appreciate when artists have their own flavor. I mean, even with the whole like AI stuff or whatever, I think people just don't like it so much that they just commission people anyways, you know.
It's a game of psychology. So
Yeah.
like people make buying and purchasing decisions not on logical things but on emotional things. So like you better believe they're hiring artists because a lot of people don't feel very good emotionally about AI. Like people don't buy pretty much all people's buying decisions are based on emotion.
Yeah. It's not about logic at this point.
So like a lot of people commission artists and it's great. I think artists should be commissioned and I we support that and we have a lot of it in our own community. We have a commissions channel. Hey, post in our commission channel if you want in the Discord server. You can post your art and that commissions are open. But I would say that's like a minimum, right? Like get active, become friends with people, engage with them. I think a perfect example in our community is Lau. She has gorgeous art and everybody likes her because she's super nice and friendly and does a lot of collabs and draws people's characters and is very supportive and is super nice, and so it's like, oh my gosh, she's so good and I really like her.
And she has good rates.
Ching.
Ding, ding, ding.
And so she gets commissioned all the time. She gets so many commissions, she gets backed up.
Yeah.
Are you here, Lau? Or are you not? Fox, are you here? Because Fox commissions Lau. We've commissioned her.
Yeah.
We literally had her do our mouse pad.
Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, we commissioned Lau in our community to paint our mouse pad. What the heck? Oh, that's the wrong folder. That's why.
How do you draw female bodies? I'm not too great at anatomy, but I really need some tips. Oh yeah, let's show that first. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it.
Yeah, we got a big mouse pad made, and we commissioned Lau to do the illustration for it. And so it's right here, covered in cat hair.
Yeah. But at least it's something pretty to look at.
What's a good rate for commission? Oh, it so depends. What's your skill level? What are you doing? How much time does it take? What do you want to make?
Is it something that you're happy with charging?
Like, there's so many factors to it.
Yeah.
Myth and Muse. Hello, welcome.
Hi.
I recognize you.
Where? Oh.
You've been here before, right? Hey, Benji. You've been showing up a lot lately. How are you doing? That was such a great artist. Yeah, that was great.
Oh,
it's just really, really nice work. Lining to raise her prices. Actually,
well, if she's happy with it.
yeah, it's totally up to her, of course.
Yeah. If you want to draw female bodies, it's not about the anatomy, but about the body shape and form. So if you have a body type that's triangular on the top, but very thin on the pelvis, it's going to look more masculine. However, if you have a body type that is more hourglass, thinner on the waist, thicker around the hips, and around the shoulders, and you have this contrast, it tends to look more feminine. That's just because we got curves around the thighs. That's just kind of biological. But you can definitely change this up a little bit, right? You don't have to have a very hourglass figure. You can have something that's in the middle. You can definitely have something that's more rectangular with a little bit of hourglass. And if you have the context, which is like a feminine frame, then this can definitely be pulled up as a as a female body type. So the forms, for me, I like to kind of think of them as like little cylinders, like box and then cylinder. But let's just do mostly a cylinder first. It's a little bit thicker on the top cylinder, and then a little bit thinner on the bottom cylinder, or sorry, on the bottom part right here, and then it's reversed.
Oh, Benji, you know what class I want to take?
Which one?
I want to take Rembert Montal's class.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Benji, did you know Proco came by our stream on YouTube and hung out for like half an hour?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Proco.
The Proco.
Yeah, the Proco.
My name used to be Ken. Oh, okay, I got you. I remember now.
Okay.
I remember now.
Okay, nice.
Would you say
guys
softness?
talking made me fall asleep for some reason. What?
Oh no, it's fine. Would you say softness is important for rendering a female character, feminine figure? Yeah, I would say so. It's not all soft, but there's definitely a lot of soft areas, like especially areas around that's like fat and all that stuff. The Proco, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't really take many
pictures.
I didn't really take many pictures, but you can see.
Proco TV.
Yeah, and then it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. They liked what we were doing.
Yeah. And then what I would do is I would taper this to show the waist and turn this into an underwear form. And then this part right here is basically the connection point for like the beginning of the legs and also the glutes. So here's your pelvis, 3-finger gap. Here's where the leg comes out.
Said we were going to meet them at Lightbox, right? Yes, Bench, you should go to Lightbox.
Yeah.
That'd be a crazy flight, dude. You know my dad's in Australia right now. He's going to be over there for like the next 2 weeks. And then he's going back for like 2 months. Bro, who goes to Australia for 2 months? Like, what the heck? Who would do that? Like, willingly?
I don't know.
I guess if you really like kangaroos.
We have some here.
Yeah, we have kangaroos nearby. We didn't even know we go to Australia.
Kangaroos are kind of like cats. They feel like cats to me.
Yeah, I'd love. We're gonna go meet Proco at Lightbox.
What about shoulders and arms? You mean for women? So we covered some shoulders here, where I talk about the proportions. So if you want to watch back to that point, you can do that on our YouTube stream. But it's basically the same thing. Find your proportion of your clavicle, and then right after that is where your shoulder is. And when you are for a male. I like to do comparisons. Anytime when I'm talking about anatomy, even for like my classes on anatomy art school or even the live classes, we're always comparing between masculine and feminine. So with masculine shoulders, you have the traps as something that's very angular, kind of like almost like a triangle.
Open. Is that golf or is that like a racing event? I've heard the Australian Open before, but I have no idea what it is. Is that like when admission into the country is free?
And then with female, it's a softer version. So anything that is like more masculine, anything that's feminine, you just soften it. So
Tennis? Oh, crap.
Tennis? Oh, man. So here's your traps, much smoother. Clavicle still the same proportion for the female figure. It's just this is more slopey.
You said Apple Jacks as a unit of length. That would be
3 Apple Jacks?
a new like largest unit of measurement has been discovered, and you measure things in Apple Jacks.
Applejack?
It's like that joke where they're just like, oh, scientists have discovered a new shortest unit of time. It's the time it takes from the light to turn green for the person behind you to honk.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we can look at our list. Our list of content ideas. And we can maybe record
Containers. Directing the eye.
Ooh.
Drawing along / over form. Thinking in 3D. Perspective stuff. Head angles exercises. We could do a straight up Krenz Cube.
Yeah.
Heads with Krenz Cubes. Not like today. Maybe we could do like another stream later where the only mission is drawing heads from different angles and we just do like a set of Krenz Cubes and anime heads in them. Maybe just like a simple...
Okay. And then that would be a video.
Yeah. Hey, Zigo.
Hey, Zigo. Hi. Can you guys talk about hair in detail, like rendering and stuff?
Apple Jacks. Nice to. I don't remember that.
All I remember from Colton, and the reason why I remember Kitten is because you're like, if I say that name, it's going to be awkward. And I was like, what name? And I'm like, oh, it's funny. That's the only thing I remember.
Nice. I don't remember that exactly. You're doing Krenz Cubes on an index card. You got inspired. That's great.
Oh, nice.
But I do remember you. It's fun. Art, symbols, and authorship. Do you have a book?
Ooh. A book? We have a book too. Rendering hair. We have a 3-part series on rendering hair that goes from like black and white to color. If you want to check that out as well, it's on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it. But if you want to like render in detail hair, it's not about the detail, it's about the form. We always talk about that. Hair is rendered like a cylinder, which is also rendered like a ribbon, and ribbons are basically cylinders. So you can draw like a strip of ribbon, just like this. And let's say you want to have your light here. Anything that's facing towards the light is going to have a highlight. Anything that's going away from it is going to have a shadow. And it's basically going to have like a rolling form. So I'm going to go in.
I need to get another class in before you are even more famous. Sign up for a figure drawing class, bruh.
Yeah, sign up for a figure drawing class.
Or a mentorship. You wanted to take a mentorship at one point, didn't you? That would be fun. I'd do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. And if you did do it with a mentorship, we'd be able to have it on our own time and on your own time and stuff, and what time works for you.
You were trying to remember what joke you made? Well, I can't remember either, so it makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh. So, like, let's say this is the base tone of your hair. I'm going to put in my shadows. This goes in, therefore, away from the light, and therefore has a shadow.
Can you guys tell how should one price their commissions when they don't have that many followers and still get clients? You don't want to undersell yourself. Like,
You don't want to have, like, be taken advantage of.
I would focus on other factors other than price in order to increase commissions. When you lower your price, you start competing with people who are willing to work for almost nothing, so everybody loses. If you compete on price, it's a race to the bottom, and all you're doing is making yourself be completely broke by battling with people who are also broke.
Yeah.
And so you want to make sure
Like a
that
race to the bottom.
Yeah, it's a race to the bottom. It's basically the person who's willing to charge 1 penny is the person who wins. So, like, I really, really, really don't recommend that people use lowering prices as their first resort. I would say, make them what you believe to be reasonable. Like, what do you want to make? And then focus a lot more on marketing and creating connections and a demand for your work, because like there's always someone out there who's willing to work for nothing, and you don't want to do that because you want to earn what you're worth.
Money. Right. And then what you can do is you can take this ribbon and split it into chunks, into hair strips.
What about online courses? What's the best way to price a course? Oh, it so depends. Like our rule of thumb is, we want people getting at least like 10 times the value.
Yeah.
Even more. The more of ratio you can make between price and value, like the more, like how much someone spends. Like if you get like, I don't know, $50,000 worth of content out of it, then you can price it a lot below that, and it's like a super good deal. But again, that goes into like the psychology of like pricing and all that kind of thing. So like I would recommend studying that stuff. But like if you're an artist and you're doing commissions, I would not recommend underselling yourself as a solution, because it's just going to lead to you being exploited
Yeah.
and miserable.
And not want to do art as a living,
Like, yeah. Looking to people like you, similar art styles and what they are charging. I feel like the problem with that is, what if they're charging way too low and now you're
Stuck with that.
and now you're using that as like, just because someone else is doing something doesn't mean that it's a good idea.
Yeah.
So like, just be careful with it. You can definitely look at what other people are charging, but be careful copying people who are doing something badly, because they may be doing something badly. Like there's no way to know, right? Until you're in a situation where you're just like, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my rules of thumb is I want to charge what, if I really don't feel like doing the artwork, I'll be like, ooh, but I'm making XYZ. Like maybe I am a bit motivated now.
Yeah. Well, like you want it to be worth your time and their time.
Yeah, charge, like, I don't know. That's my rule of thumb. You don't have to do this, but it's just like, what would I be happy working for if I don't feel like doing the work?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're really afraid of doing a commission, just give like a guarantee that makes it like very difficult to turn down. Like, you can put yourself at a little bit more risk to improve your confidence. Like, make a really, really, really good guarantee, right? Like, I don't know, not necessarily recommend you do exactly this, but you could just be like, oh, if you're not happy with it, you don't get charged. Or, you know what I mean? Or like, if you're not happy with it, I'll make you a second one, for no extra cost or whatever. Again, like, people feel like crap when they take advantage of people a lot of the time. So
Feel scummy.
it's better than underselling yourself too much. And again, like there's elegant ways to go about it, but if you feel really scared to do your very first commission, like what could you do that would alleviate your fear until you've done a couple? That can help.
Yeah. This is Procreate.
Especially if you have no track record. If it's like you're like a lot of businesses will do that. They'll literally like they have no track record and they'll be like, if you don't like the service, it's free. And then they'll use that to build up some reviews. They'll use it to build reviews. They'll use it to build up a clientele. They'll use it to get testimonials.
Yeah.
So you can be like, here's commissions I've done in the past. I did them for free, but these are my commissions. This is what you would get. Or I did them for really low.
And it doesn't hurt to change your prices later on.
Yeah.
I was showing the brush because people were asking about it. Another way to show detail without like going into the rendering is basically taking this concept but just doing it in line work version. So for me, I'm like, oh, I want to add detail by maybe showing the turn of the form, and I'll show it through hatching. Oop, like this. Oh, I've added detail in the line work. And maybe I'll split it. So it just really depends on like how you want to show it. You want to show it through hatching, totally fine. You want to show it through maybe like filling it all in with black and leaving only the highlights white, totally fine as well. For me, I personally like doing this. I like to hatch it downward. It's like it's shading a cylinder, but just with hatching. Hello. How can one grow on social media without an art style and kind of goes into doing whatever they like?
You grow on social media by people will hit the follow button when they expect more content that they like. Like that's why you would follow someone. You go, I like this content and I want more of it. So you don't have to do that with an art style. Like we don't do that. We don't use that to grow our social media at all. We use
your art is not the highlight.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the highlight.
Yeah.
It can be, but like we don't use that strategy at all. People don't follow us because our art style. They follow us because they're just like, dang, that was really helpful. I know they're going to continue to deliver more in the future. I'm going to hit the follow button. And it's more like a psychology thing, right? People like when they like something, they bookmark when they want it for future reference. They share in order to, if it's like funny, they'll share it. If it's useful to someone else, they'll share it. They'll comment if it gives them an emotional reaction, either positive or negative. Like your statistics on social media will give you clues of how your content is performing and how it's affecting people. And so like bookmarks is it's useful, right? Likes is I liked it. Shares is either it's funny or someone else I think is going to like this.
Yep.
Comments is like engagement. They have some sort of an emotional reaction to it, or they can relate to it. They have an opinion on it. They're annoyed by it, yada yada yada.
And you'll get reactions from something that you totally didn't expect from, you know, like there's definitely multiple videos that we've made that had interesting reactions to it. I'm like, oh my gosh, happy accidents, exactly, happy accidents. And even if it is negatively seen, like if your reactions are negative, that's okay too. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's actually engagement. So engagement is engagement no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go out trying to be negative or trying to make people have a negative reaction, but it's inevitable. Like people have opinions on things. Like I think part of the reason that the Freerin meme was so popular, the Freerin head angle, is because the face, not me holding like a knife, the face, I'll hold a pen instead. The face was in a different perspective than the chin and ear. So when people redrew it, some people used the face as a starting point and other people used other parts of the head, and everybody's like, that's not the angle. Both angles are valid because there were two perspectives in the head in the original. Two perspectives. So I think I saw a couple of really good posts where some people pointed this out, but like people had really, really strong opinions on what they were seeing. So it just went super ultra viral.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the angle. It's like, it is one possible angle because there's actually two angles. There's the angle of the chin and there's the angle of the face. So depending on what your starting point is, you would get a different head angle. And then people disagreed about that and didn't think about that. And so it went super mega ultra viral. And it was also fun to jump on the bandwagon. I think that meme went viral for a bunch of reasons, but people like taking part in challenges. People like doing the draw this in your style. People like throwing in their 2 cents.
People like sharing their opinions a lot.
Yeah, you give people the ability to share their opinion and they will share it.
Like, just comment on something like, oh, grocery prices are so low nowadays. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, you can bait people into it too.
Yeah.
That's how like people like FBI and CIA people get information out of people, is they bait people and they go, you know, wow, I just heard that you guys got a raise. That's awesome. Congrats. And they're just like, what are you talking about? You know, they just go on and on and on.
And
It
you're
is
like, okay,
OG raise
collecting all that
baiting.
information.
It's like espionage tactics.
Yeah,
It's funny.
tactic. Manipulation. But not really. I mean, like,
It is. Like, it is manipulative.
manipulation. It is manipulative.
But I mean, it's the real world. We live in a world with all kinds of stuff, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like we manipulate people, but like it's impossible to not have people react in a way that you don't expect.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just funny. But social media is gonna have that. Like, y'all better be you all better be ready for ruthless, mean comments, because that's just the world we live in. Like, it's just
That
look
is
at it
just
as
the
a
world
good
we
thing.
live in, yeah.
Look at it as a good thing. People are reacting to your content, and
Yeah.
just remember that you'll get a post with 100,000 likes, and like 50 people will make horrible comments. Like, that's a pretty good ratio. 100,000 likes to 50 people who found it useful to 50 people who didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But the 50 comments really stick in your head, so just be aware.
Okay.
Bro, we have a post on TikTok with like over 3,000 comments, and when a post has that many comments, dude,
Oh, maybe I
2.2
should,
million views, 3,396 comments. People were not happy about this one.
Right.
Some people weren't.
Write how to draw noses in the list.
Noses.
I feel like we don't even have a nose TikTok. I can't believe we had to. Wait.
Who knows?
Wait. Hold up. I could start the post or the TikTok like this.
If we're using our old method.
Yeah, that's true. If we are using our old method.
Bye-bye, Artemis. Have a good one. I live for mean comments. Do it. As long as you don't live to leave mean comments, then I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da. We're getting into the topic of like content creation and social media and stuff now, though, which is I find very interesting. We've had
I
live
like
streams
that.
in the past where we talked about like how to do well on social media as an artist and what to think about and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What are the curves for on the fourth one?
If you're talking about this, it's no curves. It's just
That one?
Yeah.
The wing of the nose.
Oh, the wing of the nose. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's the
That?
wing of the nose.
What time is it?
The one on the right. This one.
7.
Oh, this. This is the fat pad. Not the fat pad, but like this kind of area around the bridge of the nose. It's the sides.
Yeah, you got like a curve on your cheek. If you look at an actual
right here.
skull, heck is our skull, bro? You see that there's form there. This area between the empty hole of that nose and that, there's like it's like a slanted, tilted plane. The skin has to go over that.
Yeah, and there's also some muscle and probably some fat. I don't know, maybe. Probably muscle or cartilage. I don't know, whichever.
It's a tilted plane.
Yeah.
So a lot of people end up simplifying the outside of that nose just by kind of drawing
It's like a
around,
diamond.
just drawing around it.
Yeah.
You see when people like shade anime faces, a lot of the time they'll imply that curve.
Especially for like male faces that are more like defined, you know, they'll do this. I think some people find it funny when they get blocked because it's like quirky.
They're just bored.
Yeah.
Like, there's like millions and millions of people out there streaming. You'll never run out of people who will block you. You can just do it every single day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm still pretty new to art, so I'm not used to seeing a lot of details like that. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it later on, you know. Just draw a lot of noses. Draw a lot of faces and stick a nose on it and look at those forms, and you'll be able to see it a
Dude,
lot more.
I loved when I was being new to art in high school.
Wait,
I think like some of the most fun I've
What?
ever had with art. What?
What did you say earlier?
I said I love being new to art.
Oh, I thought you said like nude. For some reason, I was like, what? New to art.
Did
Okay.
anybody else hear that?
I heard it from me, but I don't know.
I love being new to art. Like when I was in high school, dude,
Oh, yeah.
I loved like learning and trying stuff and copying images and getting better. And I had this sketchbook. It was a sketchbook that had a red cover. I still have it. It's at my parents' house. And it was like my sophomore in high school sketchbook. And I drew like a bunch of different drawings in it of like different stuff I saw online. And I could literally see the progress as the pages went along. Dang, I need to bring that. I need to bring that to
Oh, your sketches.
to here, yeah. Oh no, I love to do nude art. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I don't like that, but it's not what I was saying. I heard nude too. That's funny.
That is funny. But I mean, typically in an art college, you kind of do that though. You have to do that in order to know the muscles and the body forms. So.
I'm about to go enter an art college that teaches beginner to advanced classes, and it's so scary. That's fun. Like, it's exciting.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's scary, but it's also exciting. Yeah.
Wait, what school is it? Because I'm kind of curious. There's some schools that are pretty intense, like Lime Academy, but that's like very specific. I wouldn't be scared at all. There's
like
a ton of beginners, more
40
beginners than you
people
can think. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are beginners that start off in an art college, and it's just totally normal. Oh, those are so cute. What's the teacup
These
one?
drawings.
Wait, I want to see the teacup one.
This was like some of the stuff I did in high school from observation.
Oh.
There's like random crap I found online, right? Like this was one of the first ones I posted.
Oh, yeah. What's the teacup one?
March 2013.
Wow, 2013.
Yep. It's a teacup one. I showed you that before, dude.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I never seen this one before. Is that Miki?
You're 100%.
Wait,
seen it.
show
No,
it.
I don't. It's not. When was this? January, March, April 2013.
Show your old art. Fine, you don't have to.
Sure, I don't care.
I love that one. That's so cute. A redraw. It's so cute.
April 2013. I was, I don't know, junior in high school or something. But I do have work from before this, by a couple of years. I think I don't have it online, but I think it's somewhere at my parents' house.
What Procreate brush do you use? You can get this brush on our website, drawanime.com. It is the green button, and you can get it on our bio as well.
It's less of a school, more of a program, community college in my city that offers. That's fun.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, it's a good experience. Go and try it out. And if you have a horrible experience, that's still okay.
Cute. Nice. Thank you. I think it's pretty cute. I think the teacup is a little, has a pretty glaring ellipse. That would be fun to do a redraw. Oh no.
Ouchie posted the kitties.
Let me see. What is in server fan art?
Ouchie's art so much. It's so good.
Wait, that's so cute.
Okay. So Ouchie drew our 3 cats as human kind of animal hybrids. This is Applejack.
Oh, he's a very
handsome, but he's
boy.
so silly.
He
With
is.
that boxer. He thinks he's so handsome.
And Toby's like,
Scaredy cat. That's so. Oh my gosh,
That's cute.
the hairstyle is so perfect too.
Yeah, it is. It's literally Toby.
Yeah, and then there's Poppy.
White socks.
Oh my gosh, you even
That's
gave her
fun.
bangs. Magical girl Poppy. That's so cute.
Toby is very fun.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, we took a little nap today, and the cats would not stop bothering us. Toby was attacking my feet under the blankets.
Yeah.
Applejack was digging through the blinds and meowing. Poppy was being pretty good, actually. She was
Yeah.
just kind of laying there on the bed. But oh my gosh, dude. Went into the bathroom, and then all 3 cats pile into the bathroom, and I'm just like, come on, get out.
I was that way too.
That
That
is
is too out.
fantastic. I love that ouchie so much, dude.
I think you
That's-
nailed every
that
one
is
of them.
So good, dude.
That is so good.
I love all of them.
I love that you like interpreted Poppy's as like a magical girl.
Toby's is very accurate.
Toby's and Applejack's is extremely accurate. And I actually love Applejack's hairstyle. It's perfect. He got his nose. That's so good.
That's perfect.
That's so good.
Stinking Toby, dude.
And the white socks too.
Yeah, that's good.
Ouchie, keep doing this artwork.
It's
just
so good.
it's one of my favorites to see. It just melts my heart.
I love it. Oh, that's so fun.
I know. I'm trying to make a Sona OC and I'm having a bit of trouble. Any tips? Depends on how you want your Sona to look like. Do you want it to look more like you, or do you want it to look like an idealized version of you, or a fantasy version, like in a specific world? I don't know.
That's so good. Oh, that's so funny. Stinking Applejack. He thinks he's all that too.
He thinks he's all that with the socks and the sandals.
Yeah.
Idealized fantasy. Well,
That's funny.
Write down all the things that you want in your character design, but try not to add too much. Like, you can only be, well, I mean, unless you're Chimera or something. Like, I mean, I definitely seen unicorn, demon, angel. I'm just saying this as an example. If you start adding like everything, your Sona is gonna look like average. So pick maybe like a main theme and a sub theme, and then try to have some influence with that. And you can, and once again, it's your character, right? So you can design it and redesign it as many times as you want. I thought I had to buy it. Buy what?
Huh?
Oh, the brush? Do you have any tips for drawing the same hairstyles at different angles? Yes, I do. In fact, I covered this in our anime art school. Basically what we do, I don't have it in here for some reason, but I have you draw a bunch of hairstyles, pick the few that you want, and then I have you draw two characters with them. Oh, those are nice. Two characters with the same hairstyle in different angles. So what I would do is, if I'm drawing this character right here, she has like a bob. Choose something simple first. Right, so like her bob is kind of like this. Kind of asymmetrical. And it's about as short to her cheeks, for example. So I keep in mind of what angle is her bangs going, what's the shape of this silhouette. And when I draw from the 3/4 view, for example, I basically take a look at this and I use that as a guide. So if I want to draw this in a 3/4 and I want to draw the same hairstyle, I'm thinking, okay, this side has more volume, so I'm going to put more volume on this side. And it curves up in here, and on this side it's going to curve up in here, and then it shrinks up to the cheek. So I don't want to place my hairstyle down here because that's not the same hairstyle. I want to place it as close to my initial reference as possible. And then hair likes to wrap kind of around the sphere. So just keep that in mind. Have it on the other side. From the front view, we have a side part, and because it's turned to a 3/4, it's going to appear a little bit further. And here's the separation of the bangs. So I just like go back and forth between front view, 3/4 view, and just see if they match. That's what I would do.
Is drawing still fun, even though you guys know many things there is to know about drawing? There's always a lot to learn. Like, there's so many things that I don't know about art.
Yeah.
But I almost think about it in a way like a game, right? Like, when you start playing a game, everything is new, everything is exciting, it's super fun. You're like, oh my gosh, what is this item? Oh, what does this do? That's so cool. And when you get more used to playing the game, you reach a higher level, and like, you still find new stuff, but you're kind of just like, okay, I get what's going on. But now there's like a lot more strategy, and you're like talking to other people who know the game and play the game, and you kind of have a bit of an expertise in it. And it's like, it's still very fun. You can do stuff that you couldn't before. Mm-hmm. You unlock spells, you unlock strategies, you unlock weapons or things that you didn't have before, or unlocks and items that you never had before in the beginning. And so it's like, it's still fun. It changes. You can approach things that you couldn't in the past. You can, like, you can design and draw things that you could never do before as a beginner. So it's like it kind of changes, right? Like you unlock a lot of different things that you can do, but it's not like everything's exciting and new. Although you are always learning new stuff for sure. But like you never reach the top. Like there is no top. You're just pretty familiar with concepts and terms and stuff. Like I hope that makes sense. I think that's how I think about it.
Yeah. It's almost like replaying Baldur's Gate. You like learn new strategies and you're like, well, I want to try this strategy.
Yeah.
Or something.
But not everybody knows Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people do, but it's like in the beginning of a game, everything is new and exciting and cool. And when you get more experience at the game, you have fun, but in different ways that you weren't able to have fun in the beginning because you just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Or you were just like still adjusting and stuff.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I certainly don't consider myself high level. There is no skill ceiling. It's just it forever goes up.
Yeah.
And like you make friends or people, you get like more respected and you can help teach people and all that kind of, like there's so many unlocks along the way. There's so many things that you can do as you improve and grow. And like some of the things that I'm looking forward to in the future is maybe like doing workshops and classes or being invited to do talks at events or something. Or like when you get to a certain level, people will invite you to talk and teach or like talk about your experiences or do artwork for particular things. And so it's like, that's fun and cool. But early on, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. Oh my gosh, I learned about this thing. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Oh, I need to try this new thing. It's like exciting, like a kid in a candy store.
Colton, your level is so high, I need a telescope to even see you.
You're ridiculous for saying that. I appreciate it though.
I always struggle with thinking inside the line because my mind goes, what if this, and what if that? Like the image in my head changes every time, and then I get stuck. That's like overthinking. I would say just attack the page, and then think about it later. And you'll be like, do I like this? Do I not like this? If I don't, then I'll just make another version.
Yeah, one thing that I'm a really big fan of is just kind of ruthlessly explore with no fear. That's like you talk to like some of the most like the best and most respected artists, and like they just kind of ruthlessly push forward without fear. Like they try stuff. I'm a really big fan of when really high level artists are like super humble. Mm-hmm. And they just continue to learn because they're just like, I'm not at the top. Like, I'm just learning.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, I know stuff. Like, I can, like, they know what they know. They're not like, oh, no, I'm so bad. But, like, they'll be like, confident. Oh, I'm constantly learning. Like, I know what I know. Mm-hmm. But I want to get better. And I really respect that kind of thing because they just continue getting better because they don't feel like they are at a point where they can't.
Thank you, 2D.
But it's really just a lot of practice and studying and learning new stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, there's a lot of people who practice a lot and they don't get very much better. And it's, like, because not everybody who goes to the gym gets fit. It's because maybe they don't have a good technique or maybe they're not going enough or they're not really following a good system or, you know, like, there's just certain things you don't know.
Yeah, like assuming the goal is, you know, to get really good, you know?
Yeah, it's like, but at the end of the day, if you do want to get better, you have to practice. All roads to getting better involve practicing, but not all practice gets you better.
Yeah, that is. And sometimes it's like you realize that you're not practicing in an efficient way. But then you're like, okay, well, that's fine. I was practicing this all wrong. Now I got to keep on going and just change it. Like I remember when I used to study an art style, I wouldn't really do it in the correct way, and Colton would be like, "You're not seeing the form," and I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like
You
trying
just
my
get
hardest."
it over time.
But you get it over time. Like the more I studied, the more I'm like, "Oh, so that's how you have to do it. That's you have to reverse engineer it, not just copy what you see."
From the repetition, the sheer repetition, you start to understand it. Like people
Yeah.
underestimate their ability to discover and understand things on their own just by trying and experimenting. Like I'm very convinced of that. I think a lot of the time people can improve really fast when they're fearless because they just try stuff and they're like, oh my gosh, that kind of worked. That's neat. What if I did this? Well, what if I did that?
Mm-hmm. You know, I think it's interesting. Just gonna look at the style here. I like the way how they segment the hair. It's
That's
almost like an
cool.
outline, and I'm like, I want to try that. So I'm gonna go in and not make my hair so like separated. I want to combine the forms and like, oh, that's an interesting style right there.
Yeah. I'm tired of the grandpa.
Grandpa. Keep digging.
You keep digging. We just watched Holes not too long ago too. I never understood the Dorito nose in anime side views of characters. Me neither. There's some things I don't think we'll ever understand.
A lot of people tell me they deserve to be a popular creator. What? No way.
I want to get better at anatomy. Are stock photos good to use to get basic shapes down? I mean, you can definitely use stock photos as reference to do figure drawing.
Mm-hmm. That's not a bad idea. Just try it. See how it helps you. I would say look for a process of how to break down the body. We have a video on that on our YouTube channel. It's called "If You Hate Drawing Figures, Draw Like This," or watch this video, whichever it is. But you'll be able to see it, and I break down the body. And if you like that and you want to follow it with every single reference that you use.
Mm-hmm.
Just spam it. Spam it.
That is funny. Dude, Holes was
Holes is
a
good.
good movie. Like they don't make movies like they used to, honestly. We watched that not too long ago and it was like, you know, I watched it a lot as a kid growing up, but Christine had never seen it before and so she watched it. So she kind of had like an objective take on it and she loved it.
I loved it. It was
Sure,
really
she
good.
loves most stuff, but
Well, well, yeah. I mean, I love most stuff,
things
but
that are worth watching.
things that are worth watching.
It's funny. It's good. It was good stuff.
Like there will be movies I'm like, I'm just so not into it, you know. But then there's movies I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this character. But I'm like, I like this and that and this and that.
I love when you guys are on live.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. The book was good too. The book was good.
I never read it. What I really like about some stories is when they have a lot of closure. When they're like, oh my gosh, this was meant to happen because of XYZ. Oh my gosh, it's like all tied together. That's what I really liked about Holes. There were a lot of elements in the story that all like kind of fit together like a puzzle piece. I didn't really do a side profile tutorial. This was just me drawing a side profile.
Yeah, she didn't. She
I
didn't
didn't
make
do
it
it.
profile or
but
a tutorial.
We
on
do
this.
have side profile tutorials on our TikTok, so you can go to our profile and look at that. They're pretty recent videos. Did you hear that?
What are the kitties doing now,
I
dude?
don't know. I'm usually too shy to talk in lives, but I appreciate the tips. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Rose. No pressure or anything. Talk whenever you feel like. You know, we always like engagement because sometimes streaming to like a wall is not very fun. So when you guys chat and we're like, ooh, it's time to talk about, yay, you know. The story of Holes was breaking several curses, and the show and movies was good as well. Oh, there's a show on Holes. That's cool. I still struggle with drawing side profiles, even though I'm not in any way a beginner. I think it's about the form. So if you know how far these features go back, like you basically went without a drink this whole time. So here, look at all these points from the bridge of from this point to this point to this point. All these points right here, they lead to basically like a line. And so that's what I do. I will start with a kind of like a very simple mask because that's basically where all my features are going to come out and in of. So that's what I do. And then I can always like modify it. Let me see here. Right, so sphere, back of the head, front of the head. The front of the head will have a mask. This right here is going to be basically where your ear is and your nose and the bottom of your nose. So that's kind of like a little proportional mark here. But please, when you're drawing in the jaw, don't go like this. That's not it. That's not it. Right? If you look closely, ear drops down like a stair step and then it connects to the chin. So here's the end of the ear, step down. Looks more like a side profile now. Now you basically mark where all your features are. And because you have this, it's really simple to see all the proportions. Eye, mouth, and then you zigzag. Stair step. Comes out. Forehead goes in. Bridge of the nose. Comes out. Goes in. And you just keep looking. And then when you look, if you take a pen, notice that the chin does not land exactly at where the end of the nose is. It curves this way.
Bruh.
So if you have your chin out like this, it's going to have an interesting effect. You can definitely have a head that looks like this. That's totally normal. But you want to find an average first and then change.
Where do you think you get better knowledge going to college or working at a studio? It really depends on the studio or the college, but generally working at a studio for sure. But like they don't teach you foundation, like they don't have you draw boxes all day at a studio. You get like a real work experience.
Yeah.
So you would never get hired at a studio as a beginner.
Yeah.
Like not as like an artist, but if you are an artist that is employable at a studio, I would definitely say work at a studio because you will learn so much, dude. You get to sit by like your art director all day, and they like it's literally like you get paid to get critiques from an insane artist all day long. I think I learned the most when I was like on Anthem. I had an insanely good art director. He was so good. His name's Alex Negrea, and he's a Romanian artist that was working in Quebec at Volta, the studio I was working for. And, oh my gosh, the guy's so good. And Rael Lira, he was one of the artists on the project. So I got to see a whole bunch of his work and be inspired by it all day. And, I mean, that guy's a legend. A legend. 2 legendary artists that were on the project that I was on. And then Johnson Ting got hired on the project, too. So I'm just like, ooh,
Please.
I know nothing. Help. I'm so bad.
But you try your best, and you
And I tried my best, yeah, but I was really inspired by them. But like, I mean, Alex Negrea, who's like a legend, an OG. Rael Lira, who's like insanely good. He's like even more of a legend. And then Johnson Ting, who's like also really good. And there were other really good artists on that project too. So I felt like an infant baby child on the project, and I learned so much because I would get critiques from the art director because they put Alex as the art director. Guy was my art director on the project for quite a while. And I got to show you Guy's work. He actually just DM'd me on ArtStation, so I now have his profile. He was my art director.
I was going to say, you're as cute as an infant baby child.
Brother. Get out of here with that. Guy just messaged me, dude.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
For what?
The job offer.
Oh, okay.
This is some of his work.
Are you still going to sign that?
He's got good stuff. Probably.
Ooh.
He was my art director.
I remember that piece.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're cool.
That's so cool.
I mean, this is like personal work. He's been working in concept art forever. This is 10 years ago that he made this stuff.
That's sick.
Yeah, he's really good. Just got cool stuff.
Is that Brazilian?
I'm not sure where he's from.
Oh, that pink-haired one is cute.
Which one? That one?
Right, yeah.
That's cute, yo.
I feel
This
like
is all. This has
feel like
got to
that's something
be.
that
This has
you
got to be
do.
15 years old from him. I don't think he's put up anything in many years.
Any favorite cartoons? Avatar: The Last Airbender is really good. Avatar.
I don't even think Alex has stuff online anymore, really. This was my art director on Anthem, dude.
Ooh, that purple one's really cool. Oh man, love that stuff.
This is like a sketch of his. Like a sketch that he does for
Sketchup.
fun in his spare time. Look at these. Look at this guy's stuff, dude.
I
He's
think another
so
thing
good.
is over time, as you get better, sketch will mean different things.
He did it live on his Twitch.
Oh, really?
And when he says sketch, he's not bragging. Like, that literally is a sketch. Like, the stuff that he would do for client work
Is
insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Oh my god.
There's a bunch of his
those are
Borderlands
so
stuff.
Fun.
I haven't seen this stuff 3 years ago. He's working at different places now. These are all concept art that he did for
What is that?
Borderlands. He does creature art. He does everything. Graphic design, mechs,
That's
characters. This is pretty nice stuff. That's cool. I've never seen any of this stuff, actually. I haven't really looked at it. Oh, that's cool. Look at this.
Fun. Oh, that's sick.
It's pretty fun. This guy's legit. He was an inspiration of mine when I was in high school. Oh, that's sick, dude. This is a cool piece here. Oh, no. He's like running away down here. He's like, no.
Oh no.
Dude, I would get out of there, too.
Yeah, me too. I wouldn't be able to survive there.
That's cool. Any style as well. Like, oh, he had this. He made this little monkey character called
The monkey?
Zika. Well, he turns it
Oh.
into different things. He has like this little monkey character that he draws a lot.
Is that his OC?
I interviewed this guy on my old YouTube channel. Yeah.
Before our Anime Academy, we had Art Quest.
Yeah, that was my old thing. What is this? Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool, yeah. He's good. He's like key art, illustration, splash art type illustrations, and then he's super high level when it comes to. He's like a Gandalf type deal. There's like a painting of his.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
Look at that owl. So nicely painted.
Yeah, super good. I like his stuff. This is all old too. Like this is like really old stuff. 5 years old.
Bro, show your artwork. Mine stuff is boring.
And then this guy, dude. This was another artist that was on Anthem. Dang it. I'm on Instagram, but we're not logged in on here. Can I log in? Fingers crossed. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got it.
This is another guy that was on Anthem. Dude, you got to see this guy's stuff. This is him. He's like an OG.
Raya Lira. Oh.
Just insane character work. So good. Oh. Dragon Age. Yeah.
Oh
his
my
stuff is
gosh.
so good. So like you turn work in and you're turning work in next to these people's work and you're like,
Baby, look at what.
dude, so cool. This is some concept art that got released from Dragon Age, it looks like. Where's his like sick like this, dude? Look at this.
Oh my gosh. Very nice.
I can't like zoom in on it, unfortunately. That's so cool.
Wow. What is that? That's cool.
Dude, that's cool.
What is that? It's like a
I don't even
spider-like-
know.
Oh, that's cool. Even the balloon is nicely
Yeah.
painted.
I mean, this guy goes way back. This guy was like a respected artist amongst high level artists when I was a big, like in high school, like 2013, 14.
Wow.
He's a legend. I was astounded to find that he was working at this is from Anthem, from at Volta. I mean, Volta had a lot of really high level artists back then. That's all Anthem work that he did. Look at those, so cool, dude.
Ooh, I love that helmet.
Yeah, he's next level. This looks like it's screenshots of the art of the book or photos of them.
It's funny because you'll like not be able to get concept art released, but you can just take photos of the art of book and then post them on your social media. I have this book. It's good. It's got a lot of his work in it. It's
Nice
got
at
like
taking photos.
yeah, it's got like Alex Fagini's work in it, and who's that other guy? Fairclough, Ken Fairclough. He worked on Anthem. He did a bunch of environment work for it. But yeah, this guy's legit. You should follow him for sure. This guy on Instagram. I wonder where he's working now. Is even Dan follows him?
Nice. Benji says, this is how we're going to be talking about Christina and Colton in like 2 years. I don't know. I hope.
Yeah.
If we continue improving.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Akira Toriyama's. Hey, that's good. That's a good dream art style. He's a legend.
He is a legend.
Absolute legend. Dang, it makes me want to get better. Look at all that stuff. Crap, I do need to respond to Gay's email. I wonder if it's too late. I'll have to do that tonight. I might start another concept gig. I haven't done one in a couple of years.
Has it only been a day though? Can it be too late?
I mean, Kevin responded immediately, so I can only assume they sent the email to like 50 people that they've worked with in the past.
Maybe. Does it take long to do?
Probably not too long. It's just an NDA.
Okay.
I don't really have any recent concept art though. I don't even have a portfolio anymore. It's all just my old stuff. And I doubt they have access to my NDA work that I was doing before. So they'd probably have to send like my ArtStation or something, which is just all personal silly art now. If I was going to get back into concept art, I'd definitely rebuild my portfolio from the ground up.
Sci-fi concept art, huh?
I still regret turning down
And Dead Space.
Dead Space.
I know.
That's a nice color, dude. I like that.
Oh, thank you. I don't know, I just chose a random color. I'm like kind of inspired. I don't usually use this color very much. I'm always used to using more neutrals.
I like that vibrant, like orange. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks kind of yellow on the screen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it looks good either way.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to get better, man. I've been thinking about reaching out to some other channels and trying to bring them on, and I've been thinking about reaching out to Broken Draw and seeing if he wants to do an interview. He seems like a pretty cool guy. He's good. He's young and good.
Young and good.
He practices drawing a ton. You'd probably like his channel, Benji.
Where is it? Broken Draw, you said?
Yeah. He's young and good. He's like, he does these streams called Road to Kim Jong-gi. I haven't really watched a lot of his content. I've like dabbled. Not bro can draw, broken, B-R-O-K-E-N.
Broken.
Bro
Okay.
can draw. That's crazy.
It
That'd be a
sounds like
funny.
it.
I like that. I like the name of that channel a lot. Bro can draw. Who else thought I said bro can draw? Anybody? Yeah, he's got good stuff.
Oh.
He's good.
Wow, got a lot of views.
He's good content creator. He has really nice stuff. Very informative, educational. And Proco knows him and said that they're cool. I think he talked to Proco at last Lightbox. We should have gone, dude. We should have gone. We're going to this Lightbox.
Year. We got to go this year.
We're going to Lightbox and we're taking Benji with us. Benji and Lau and Dahlia will go to Lightbox this year in October. Believe it.
Believe it. Believe it.
I thought you said broke and draw. No, that would be us.
Broke and draw.
Broke and draw?
That would be really funny.
Maybe that would be a name of our second channel.
Broke and drawing.
Broke and draw. I just go like, hey, I DM him. I'd be like, hey, we think about starting a channel called Broke and Draw. It sounds like phonetically similar to yours, so I just wanted to make sure you're okay with it.
That's funny.
Broke and draw. No way. That's like the ball in thing.
Ball. Ball in. That's a funny accent.
This beat is giving me Michael Jackson vibes. Huh?
I kind of like the way he titles his videos. It's very simple, but I'm always like wondering how to title videos.
Yeah, we need to majorly put some more effort
My
into our long form content.
Treat it like each of them like an artwork and its own kind of like whole project, rather than just be like, crap, I need to teach hands, or I need to teach some perspective stuff.
Or
Like
something.
treat it like a whole story.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, we'll just have to try. We'll just have to experiment. We'll set up a meeting with Raymond and figure something out. Get her some footage. Maybe we'll set up like a Google Drive or something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should look at their content a bit. Thanks. Yeah, I like the hair too. I accidentally fell asleep on stream, but looking at all that art is so inspiring. Thank you.
It
really.
is.
Yeah. But also, it's also so inspiring to see what Colton was showing earlier too. I'm like, man, I want to get better. Broke and draw.
Broke and draw. I think broke and draw is pretty funny too. But like broke and draw,
It's pretty funny.
that's funny. I would 100% start something with that. DB Tunes, hello. If you're a art YouTuber, how can you make shorts along with long form videos if you take time to draw? You can do both. People work two jobs. And you can even overlap it, right? Like you could do your practice and you could just record your practice. Like you could live stream your practice. You could there's a lot of different ways you could do it. You could get an editor or you could edit them yourself. Dude, that manga has
Good fun style.
a sick style, like really sick. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, dude.
Very nice.
I like that pose.
Yeah.
But no.
I think it's interesting the way they draw their eyes. Very thin on the bottom, but thick on the top. But it's like, I can totally get why people are like really obsessed with the idea of styles, because they see stuff like this and they're like, how do they find that?
Yeah.
You know? I wonder who they were inspired by. I got a new Discord account recently, and I keep forgetting to join your guys' channel. We'll join it now, while you still remember.
Well,
Wrap up?
I'm ready to wrap up.
Yeah, me too.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for showing up and hanging out.
Mhm. There we go. Y'all, thanks for hanging out.
Mm-hmm. And,
Don't forget,
yeah.
Class sign-up still going on.
Sign-ups for our live figure
Live
drawing class.
figure drawing class in February. Class sign-ups are on if you want to take a live figure drawing class, get feedback on your work like a college class, learn a process to constructing the human body in proportion and anatomy, everybody's favorite keyword. We got a class coming up.
Yep. Gonna teach the basics of anatomy as well as how to draw the figure. So stuff like this. This is our anime art school, but it's the same content we teach in the live class, but with feedback. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking to learn more anatomy, if you're looking to learn figure drawing and all that kind of stuff, this is a good class to take. It is something you definitely need, which is figure drawing at some point if you want to draw characters.
Yes, absolutely.
You definitely need figure drawing. You definitely need to know proportion and simple volumes, and you know the muscles aren't all that important, but it's good to learn them at some point.
The main ones.
Yeah.
So it'll be the teal button in the website.
Yo.
Check that out.
All right.
And we'll be heading off.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bro, I gotta close some of these stinking tabs. Not that one. That one's cute. I love that. Like dress thing. I want to draw that more later. Close that. Okay, now I can see the music. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Might even do a phone stream later. I don't know. Meow. Rip. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya, YouTube.